Hello everybody and welcome back to the challenge campaign of Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising. I hope you're having... Oh man, that reminds me of a bit I made ages ago. Like this was ages ago when I was young in the high school days. I had something called... It was like Wacky News or something. But essentially it made me love the idea of doing voices. So I guess it's actually kind of on point for, you know, talking about it. But essentially the entire point of Wacky News is that just dumb shit that like doesn't make sense would happen. So the first kind of thing was essentially like, on Wacky News, a clown escaped from the zoo. We are unsure about how this happened, but we are all still terrified. And I absolutely, because I loved that type of voice, because it's so, like, annoying, but understandably, like, oh, okay. But yeah. So that's where my love of voice acting kind of, started. Look at all those stars. Stars. A peace offering from the enemy arrives? What is it that Black Hole really wants? We're playing a sensei. A peace treaty? A treaty? Does Black Hole really suggest we form a lasting peace with them?
Yes.
So it would seem, daughter. Our consecutive victories have taken a toll on their army. They're proposing a peace treaty that is favorable to Yellow Comet. And just how do you intend to respond, Kanbei? Father, they're clearly trying to trick us somehow. I don't believe this for a second. I cannot ignore the possibility that this is a feint. However, I will still meet with them and hear their proposal. Father, you mustn't. I will not raise my sword against one who has thrown his down. That is not the way of the samurai. This is the location where we agreed on. There's no one here. It must be a trap. No, wait. There's someone. There.
Hello.
Unironically, one of my favorite fucking things in this remake, and it saddens me that I'm unable to show it, but I will actually, no, you know what, I'll show it. No, I have to beat the entire mission. I'll show, I think I have a photo of it. So I'll show that at the end, but my favorite freaking thing about this game was the fact that the dummy characters were given actual dummy models. The fact that Way Forward put in this effort to make literal fake versions of Ada as well as Lash is absolutely fantastic, and thank you so much for that.
We came as promised, Adder. I would hear your plan for peace.
3,
What?
2,
That
1.
That isn't Ada. It's a dummy rigged with explosives. No, everyone stand back!
Who you calling a dummy, dummy? 0!
Zero Escape, available on the PS4. They should do a Nintendo Switch version. Right on schedule. Should be an easy stroll for us from here on out. I cannot believe that they fell for that. Curses. Sonia, are you alright? Yes, Father. However, our path has been blocked by the explosion. I can't find Sensei anywhere. Cowards! Show yourselves! Face us with honor! Boom, boom, boom. Looks like the path's all cleared. Now for a casual stroll straight to the enemy HQ. Hate to tell you this, Sonny, but that's not going to happen. So you survived, eh? Good for you, but you're still too late. The preparations are complete. This pipe is how we transport materials to our factory. Oh, and it's also impenetrable, indestructible, incorrigible, just like me. So go twiddle those frail little thumbs of yours someplace else while I capture that HQ, okay? Such a dishonorable tactic. There's nothing too low for these scoundrels. Ha! The lower one slithers, the harder it is to fall. Now out of my way, I have no time to spare for you. You may watch though, while I claim my prize. I love Ada. Ada's the second favorite character for me in the voice act. Mission 23, Foul Play. I also like Sensei. Sensei is also very fun to voice. It sucks that a lot of the characters who are fun to voice are either like high tier or like low tier. Sensei, listen. It's just as Ada said, the pipe is impenetrable. However, even if we don't have the means to destroy it, there might be a different way to deal with it. Concentrated fire on the seams that connects the pipe, Okay. Concentrate fire on the seam that connects the pipes, and I believe it can make a hole of our units. I see. Well then, we may as well give it a try. What are you trying to prove here? Don't you know that it's too late to turn the tables on me? You're in trouble now. This isn't trouble. Why? Compared to the battles of old, this is nothing more than a skirmish. Let's get started. Troops assemble! Listen, soldiers, our goal is to destroy 3 mini-cannons. If we can take out those, our foe will lose the heart. We'll lose the heart to move on. Now, move out! This mission is known for being annoying. Everyone clap. It is funny that they have a missile unit. It's because they want to keep these alive, but essentially if we look at this map, you can really easily understand what is going on. Essentially, the way that this map is meant to play out is that, you know, it plays out. Essentially, you have a bunch of bombers in the south that will just absolutely wreck shit, and you have to balance that, because essentially if you go too hard, Ada might be able to move so far forward on the top front where you might not be able to do anything, which is the problem of this little exercise. Thankfully, you do get kind of like a turn to be able to play around with stuff. I recommend buying an artillery and a mech. Sensei mechs are absolutely broken, as we all should know by now. And essentially, other than that, I like to send 2 transport copters ready. And then as well, I like to send all the battlecopters to this front, because the battlecopters will be doing way better work over here than they will on any other front. But yeah, so essentially, this battle is pretty good overall. So many people. Man, Fire Emblem Engage. I miss that game, but I also don't. Jesus, Sensei battlecopters. Absolutely game-changing. One thing that's also really fun is, because I want to, like, you know, make maps and such, you really start to, like, think about, the craziness of maps and stuff. And, like, there's nothing more crazy than, like, a Sensei map. Because the map designers are, like, absolutely great when they design maps in Advance Wars 2. Because they aren't designed to be annoying. Like, they're not designed to be like some sort of like restart mission like kind of thing. It's meant to be a thing where you can do it on the first try. However, it will probably take a few attempts to like get a good rank. And that's the thing that's super fun about Advance Wars 2 is you can play the campaign without feeling like you're just never gonna win. But yeah, so essentially on the bottom front, I recommend basically only building infantry. And then on the top front, just building a frick ton of artilleries. The annoying thing is that you can't move to there. Yeah, so essentially, for a little while, you want to essentially just put all of your eggs in one basket here. You'll have like 3 artillery to this side, 1 to that side, because they're way more likely to attack on the other side. And then the secondary thing that you do in this mission is you wallow in despair over anti-air. which kind of rhymed. There was actually kind of some sick bars. But, not massively, but in theory you would. Because essentially, you know, oh, Jesus, Sensei Battlecopters are fucking insane. But yeah, so essentially, the main point of this mission is that you just beat the fuck out of shit. So, you have this, you capture this, and then I should have done this a bit ago, but you bring one over here, and then this one goes into here. Or at least that's how I usually format it. We can use that battlecopter here to finish off this. I like to kind of send maybe 3 units to the top fronts, while most of the rest go down here. Now the big problem, obviously, which is still here, is the fact that, you know, there's so many units here, and you have to, like in the original version, I think there's like not really that many units, although you still would obviously go for your Super CO power. In this version, you kind of just have to. There is the idea that you could not, but because of like things like this Neo tank and other stuff like that, like these tanks here, you kind of have to. And it means that you can't get access to those missiles as easily. And those missiles do allow you to do some crazy things. Because, you know, being able to just completely smash that front is so good. I do think we actually maybe fucked up a little bit because of the fact that we didn't, we built our artillery on the right side instead of the left side base. Okay. Just had a good drink of a drink. It's crazy how that works. The fun thing about this, where's the fast forward button? Yeah, the fun little thing about this is that you're kind of fine for the first one. Sensei's little extra weakness to you know, certain damages also really comes up here. So we'll go and take out, I'll go to try to take out that unit. The great thing about this mission as well is just the fact that you yourself are dealing with a force greater than yours and dealing with a force that you can't handle as well, because of the fact that there's so much extra shit. I'm just gonna hope that they don't go for that one, which they obviously will, because this is Advanced Wars and that's how shit works. Okay. We need to move around as much as possible. I won't use my Super CO power until it's time to. Yeah, the main big thing about this mission is just simply the fact that how much do we do? I think honestly though it's better to just have it be here. The fun fact is obviously that like none of these troops here really pose too much of a threat. At this point, we're gonna have to use it.
Now you've gone and made me mad. You ought to learn to respect your elders, young man.
See, why is that line completely voiced, yet there's so many others that aren't?
Airborne assault.
I do think one thing that would be really sick is if there were more maps where they kind of played with this idea of like CO specific voice lines. Basically one-shot that. Well, allow for the one-shot to happen, essentially. And then we can go and bust this one. That is awesome. And then we'll honestly just wait with that one so they can get repaired. Now here's the problem, Doctor. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, actually 5 and then like 6. So we can move these down, but that doesn't really accomplish too much at the same time. We can essentially also just like mostly destroy this entire force. We'll go and attack this one. We shouldn't be getting damaged, like killed, so we should be able to launch some missiles on the next turn and so. And then at this point, we'll start spamming some mechs in here too. Pardon me. Intern. This is a really hard mission to keep under wraps though, in hard mode. Okay, he went for the actual good choice. You can really understand why the importance of those missile silos are there. Just massive collat. This is obviously bad in a lot of ways, but it's also as bad as it is good. Just massively damaging all of their units to make it so then they can't really deal with us very easily. Basically, we can kill this too. Build 2 artillery to help break through the damn pipage. We'll then go and do this. We will then put this here. As you can see, you can already kind of tell the groundwork of this mission. And what you're going to be doing in it. Which is kind of like, you know, the tell of a really good mission is if you can almost immediately understand what you're going to be trying to do. There is the idea to capture this. However, personally, I don't really see that as too good of a possibility. But the other great thing is just being able to beat the fuck out of Ada. Which is always glorious. Now, other than this unit here, we can basically move up uncontested. Which is what I plan to do. Yeah. This unit here is the only other one that is mildly annoying. Alongside this. And they're gonna get their CO power, Super CO power next turn most likely. Which is gonna be annoying, but we can't really do anything about it. Unfortunately. Yep. However, oh man, I should have had this be here. Well, we're just gonna have to hope that they can't actually kill us, because we need that extra fucking rocket. They will also spit out a few infantry.
It only hurts for a moment.
I do feel like Ada actually gets a little bit of like craziness. Or like, you know, intimidation in this game, that he only really got from his kind of design in the original, due to the fact that all of his lines are voiced. It really gives this more intimate feeling with him, which you don't really get to feel with that many other characters. Awesome, actually. Are you fucking kidding me, you twat? Okay, well, we might be able to get Super CO power going, which is what we'll need in order to beat up these guys. Sensei Super CO power, proving time and time again that bullshit can lead to victory. Okay. We'll go and do all of the stuff that is basically unperturbed by the use of violence. Also known as, I'll do the shit that doesn't really matter if I do it or not. I'll leave that one, because that means we can actually get more funds. I guess at this point, may as well. And then obviously that up there. We'll just start beating the frick out of them. Like, just damaging wise. We now have our CO power. And the reason why, oh, I mean, it doesn't matter too much in that instance. Yeah, Super CO power time.
When this is done, let's go home.
Nothing ever good happens from war. Meaning comes from war.
Airborne assault.
So this is the big piece of the puzzle. We needed to beat up this tank, so then we can launch another rocket, which will then be able to hopefully immobilize enough for their damage to not be too overwhelming. And then, furthermore, we can fuse 2, get a lot more money going. And then yeah, we're basically home free because nothing can kill this. We can drop that there. And then we basically now have a conduit to send pain to Ada. We can start capturing that, and then we can also start beating the fuck out of this. Or rather, both of these. Basically, also getting rid of a unit is very useful. Oh man, hubris. It tastes so bad. Then obviously as well, all of that front is basically good for us for now. So I guess I'll just build another infantry just so that we start getting a better technique score maybe? But as you can see, in Advance Wars 2, in the hard campaign, missions aren't bullshitty. They are when you want to get like a really good rank, but they're not ever bullshitty in the you're never going to be able to beat this kind of way. Which they definitely are in Advance Wars 1. One thing that's also great is they never really base block you. Because they will try to cap with infantry, but like they will never base block you in this game. Which is fantastic. Okay. Because essentially this entire front here is just a battle that just needs time to win. Which is the beauty of this mission, is you just need time. So if we can just defeat the mechs that they have here, we'll be fine basically. Make sure that this unit, no matter what, cannot get to our base. And then also, build a Neo Tank. And then we'll get a second bomber in here just for funsies. But yeah, basically the moment you get to this point, you've finished the mission. Because the entire mission is just trying to figure out how to get to this point. It's really good because it means that the mission itself doesn't overstay its welcome. But it still means that you have like this good challenge though that you still have to overcome. Yeah. And as long as everything is a bit damaged, it also means that life is hard for them too. Jesus, it's fucking on 4 HP and it still basically does way too much damage. It is, to be fair though, because you know, anti-air, I mean, artillery don't really have much health. Okay. Awesome. We can now essentially start terminating a few units. I wonder how much damage this does. 18. That's good. 2 HP stuff can't actually do too much to me. So we'll start blowing up more stuff. move that in a better position for us. And as I said, 2 HP I really don't care about. Build a mech for a future turn. And then other than that, it's pretty okay. The thing that's also really good is if you can amass a lot of cities and use your seer power before you end the game. Essentially what you can do is massively bolster your technique score. Also, fusing mechs is also great because the amount of mechs that you make is kept, but by fusing them, even if one dies, that means that you made 2 mechs and only 1 dies. So it actually does plus your, it pluses advantage when it comes to the technique score, which is funny. A little annoying, but nothing we can't get through. There we go. We'll see how much damage we can really do. That seemed to be a good amount. Okay. Essentially, this is to maybe just try to get another Super CO power happening. Sensei's Neo tanks are obviously going to be weaker because Sensei's, you know, those types of units of Sensei's are just weaker in general. Man, it feels fucking great to just fucking demolish a large amount of annoying enemies. What else can we do here? Also, Sensei just has an amazing theme. That's also a great thing about him. Yeah, so now we'll start like really capping a bunch of these cities. Yep. Pew. We'll now send these down to maybe get some more stuff going. We'll have these in position for combining next turn. And then from here, we'll just build 2 tanks. Because tanks, you know, have a little bit of durability to them. But yeah, there's clearly been a mix-up. Under these conditions, there's no way. How does this old man keep getting away with this? Against me, the great adder. Ouchies. The great thing is I can just move that bomber to have it attack some other unit. Yeah, as you can see, like at this point, like not really much helping them out here. The other great thing is if we make them not cap our cities, we actually get a lot of bonus from that. Because it means that we get mechs, which means, you know, we get a little bit extra, you know, people around to help beat up shit. I like to use my CO powers in the campaign when they're like actually like required. And currently, at least, there's no real reason to do it. we go. But as you can see, the greatness of this mission has already showed itself. Yeah, we now have a little bit more extra income. And we'll have a lot more extra income by the time that this turn is over. There we go. Yeah, so we're gonna need some fuelage if we're gonna get anywhere on this mission. Okay, and then from here, Super CO.
See what
experience can do for you. I'm Sensei and I beat the fuck out of people.
airborne assault.
So many mechs. So many mechs lost because I held back. I could be the most lamest person ever and be like, only true gamers will understand that meme. But I'm not that type of person. I hate those kind of things where it's like, only true gamers will understand, and then it'll just be like a picture of like Animal Crossing. And it's just like, oh man, yeah, the hit underground game, Animal Crossing. Yes, the game no one's heard of in the eons of history itself. Fucking Animal Crossing. I will say that it can actually be kind of useful to build some rockets. Because rockets can actually fire without being hindered. And at this point we're just going to be building a frick ton more shit. And then whenever... Oh, actually... We'll fuse these two bombers together, so then they get combined fuel too. Yeah. The missiles are pretty much there. You're really keeping me on my toes, aren't you? The missiles is there just so then you have to kind of like fully commit to the push of killing shit, which is fine because we will be. Oh no, we're gonna lose. Okay. Okay. There we go, we have 31 fuel, 8 fuel, so something's gonna be crashing soon. Which is a bit sad. They've served us for so long, and yet we'll have to see them go soon. At this point, a lot of our units are kind of just not going to be utilized. Which is fine. Man, fucking Yellow Comet really has a knack for having really beautifully designed things. Can we bomb our own town? Yes we can. Fucking bombing our own HQ. Feels like that should be a lost condition, but game says otherwise. Freaking computer says no. If you know that joke. Yeah, as you can see. At this point, yeah, it's pretty obvious that we have to. Because we're still trying to like just get rid of all of the units. and being able to kill basically all the units as well is just a really useful thing. Yeah, just kill this. We'll build a APC at this point. Even though it's a little annoying, it's still something that really benefits us. Other than that, I guess we'll just go for some more just general damage. Man, all this firepower going into that one infantry. How shit of a day must you have for that to just be like, yep, that's my kind of moment. We will probably get our CO power, which we'll definitely use to help alleviate the problem that has been units being lost. We'll essentially keep buying a bunch of units. Because the more units we have, the better technique score we have, which is a ghetto thing.
A battle with me is a greater honor than you deserve!
Now, you know, the technique score is all about keeping your units alive, but if you just kill all your units, but then just buy double the units, like at the end of the mission, look, yeah, you might be sacrificing time, but if you do it well enough, you actually don't sacrifice anything. You know, kill as many units as you want, just make sure that, you know, there's enough units left. Do you want to see a Sensei mech beat the fuck out of a Neo tank? Get 'em, boys! I wish you'd see the rockets actually go. Damn it. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then we'll let it have one last hurrah. That will need to be refueled too before it can actually be useful. And then yeah, essentially we'll just drop off some more stuff. That's now in good position. So the number one thing is we have to deal with this. This is just a given. Will this be a lucky blow? It will not. There we go. But yeah, this mission is pretty fun. I love how you can see the in the distance. I love how they kept that alive and well in this game. It's not like it was the be-all end-all of features, but it really did allow the maps to have like this kind of realism kind of flow into them. Of like, of course you'd be able to see the HQ. You know, that's how things work. And then yeah, we'll beat the fuck out of this. We'll build another rockets, because that will speed up, hopefully, some stuff. And it'll also mean that we just have an easier time overall. And then other than that, there's more infantry. And then we'll just put this here, because then that kind of checks that area. More infantry. Infantry, battlecopter, and done. We salute you, bomber with no fuel. I've only been delayed. It's still going to be fine. I'm in control. Hawk, please do not fuck me up. That's what I imagine is going on in his head. I feel bad for that bomber. It's so much for us. Fun fact, even if you capture the entire map, you still don't get to win. We actually don't need that one to be fixed up completely. We'll build an APC. And then we can do this, and then this. And then onto this front, it does take an extra hit to do shit, which is the obvious annoying thing, but that is fine. Because we can just position battlecopters to be able to just sniffles, Jesus Christ. I'm trying to say smack. Yeah, we can basically position ourselves to beat them up afterwards. We'll do this because we can. It makes Ada angry, which means we're winning. We're winning the mental game. And then we'll do that as well. And then, as we've been doing this entire time, we will then buy as many proper units as possible to increase our technique score, which is the only score that we have that might be bad. And then yeah, we should be fine. There's not much that they can do now, and we've essentially just won the game. How much does this do in comparison? 13, that actually does break it. Okay, so we might just win this turn, so... Because of that, yet again, as I said, just spam as... Oh! We have the maximum amount of units deployed, awesome. Now, with a Sensei tank, we will finish the objective. Booyah! And we also have, like, max amount of armor size. Sensei! We're so glad that you're safe after the explosion, and look, you did it! How many cannons got destroyed? All of them? Impossible. There's clearly been some sort of mistake. We had the upper hand. There's no way we should have lost this battle. I don't believe it. Now listen here, Ada. You should really try harder to avoid making me angry. Right, and what exactly do you do? Me? I'm just an old man. I'm not looking for a fight. Why, I want nothing more than to relax and bake my bones in the sun. They actually paid this off in Advance Wars Dual Strike's alternate costume. So I'm warning you, Sonny. Stop while you still can change your path. If not, I don't think I'll be able to restrain myself from showing you my full power.
I'm out of here!
Yes, yes. This is getting less fun by the second. I'm out of here. Wow, he sure left in a hurry. Classic, Sensei. Well done indeed.
Finally, time for a cup of hot tea.
And hey, would you look at that? Another perfect S rank. That is amazing. So, other than the missions that we'll be going to in the future episodes, I do believe that does mean that we now officially have an S rank in every single mission so far, because I did replay the Grit mission and I basically played the same way. The only difference is I actually, when the first possible moment I could put a unit on their HQ, I did that, and I basically got an S rank anyway. So that was funny. But I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next episode where we'll be doing a lab mission. We'll be doing the Yellow Comet one, and I hope I'll be able to see you there. Goodbye.